Walker, Season 1, Episode 10, entitled Encore. Starts with Cordell, Stella, August, as well as Bonham, Liam, Trey, and Mickey at the sidestep bar doing some work on it to make it their own, and they're putting their own stamp on it. After they are finished working, Stella, August, and Cordell celebrate. Walker also informs Stella that she's officially getting her license back. She's really excited. As Walker hands her the keys to the red Mustang and her license, he does say to her, no speeding and no tailgating. Walker apologizes to August about not having a car license for him yet, but he says he will more than likely get his allowance raised. August is bummed that Jerry is not there to celebrate the reopening with them. Walker tells them both that she is taking care of some business out of town, but he asks Stella why Trevor is not there. She gets agitated with Cordell because she's not heard from Trevor, and she leaves the bar. At his office in Austin, Liam is shocked to learn that a colleague of his is being endorsed for DA, which does not sit well with Liam, and he is not sure what his next move might be. Mickey and Trey come back to the sidestep bar, and Mickey asks Trey how his visit with the doctor went regarding his concussion during the storm. He says it went good and that he may be able to drive before the next big soccer game. Mickey is not sure how she feels about that. She's happy for him, but at the same time, she's also worried. Mickey gets a call on her cell phone as she and Trey walk into the bar, and she tells Walker that a friend of hers on the Austin Police Department would like to consult with them on a case, so Walker and Mickey leave the bar. August and Trey stay and work on the bar. Walker asks Mickey why they are getting involved in what appears to be just a regular breaking and entering case. She says to him, and grand larceny. She informs Walker the reason she was contacted by her friend is because she has seen this case before, so she explains everything to Walker. The heist that she explains to Walker was for a 300-year-old violin, a Stradivarius. She says that the suspect is a popular singer by the name of Minnie Jane, a local music legend who Walker says she never got the recognition she deserved. Mickey looks at Walker and just rolls her eyes at him and says that is why she's been able to get off the hook because of starstruck police officers, and Walker says, well, you have to admit, she's pretty great. She tells Walker this time she's going to get her. Stella goes to the place where she does community service to see if Trevor is there, which he is not, and she ends up running into his dad, Clint West. Walker and Mickey start by going through the old case files, at which point Walker has found nothing. Mickey senses that Walker is distracted, so Walker shares with Mickey that the night that him and Captain James took down Callie, that he and Jerry kissed, and he tells Mickey he can't stop thinking about it. Mickey has a very shocked look on her face. Walker shakes it off and gets back to the case and tells Mickey he is with her on this, and he asks what their next move is. She tells him that she is playing a show in a town close by, and after the show they are going to go pay her a visit. At the ranch, Liam is at one of the horse pens with his dad and tells him about what's going on at work and that he is not sure what comes next for him. August and Trey are taking a break from working and are just messing around. He is teaching August how to flip bottles, and as he is teaching him, Trey fails to catch one and it ends up shattered on the floor. Trey realizes then he's not 100% yet from being hit in the head and sustaining a concussion from the night of the tornado. August and Trey finish up working at the bar, and Trey realizes that for the memory wall they are creating at the bar that Mickey saved something special from hers and Trey's very first date. He tells August about that night. Stella is still at the stables where the prisoners are working, and she finds Clint West and asks him about Trevor. He tells her he knows who she is as well. She wants to know where Trevor is, and he does not tell her. Walker and Mickey go to the small town where Minnie Jane is just wrapping up a show, and they both speak to her about where she was on Tuesday night. She tells them that since she upgraded her home to a smart home, she got an alert on her phone that someone has been casing the house. Walker asks, like a stalker? She just kind of shakes her head, and he asks if she reported it to the police, which she says no, as she hands Walker her guitar to hold. She tells them that she knows about the violin being stolen and that someone is setting her up to take the fall for the crime. She tells Mickey that someone is tracking her as she comes and goes. Stella is still at the stables and finds Clint West again outside one of the horse barns brushing off a horse. They talk again about lies and destruction of families. He tells her that his sister-in-law used to take care of Trevor when he was little. The more they talk, the more Stella gets frustrated and walks off as she does, he threatens both her and her entire family. Walker and Mickey go to Minnie's house and look around to see what they can find in the way of evidence or something that can confirm the story she told them. As they look through her computer, they notice all the camera feeds from inside her house and discover that something about the one in the attic is off. Suddenly, they both hear a loud noise and see someone dressed in black with a black ski mask on carrying a guitar moving fast to get away from them. The perp makes it outside and Walker and Ramirez catch up to him as they are trying to get him down. He makes several impressive moves and takes both Walker and Ramirez's feet out from underneath them. Walker gets back up only to be hit by the perp in the stomach with the guitar he stole. The perp makes it over the fence and gets away from them, only he left the guitar. Back at Ranger headquarters, they speak to Minnie about the intruder and they show her the prints from which they got off the guitar, and it's revealed to be Rex, a person who auditioned for her band but didn't make it. She tells them that she can get them Rex, but in return she wants her record cleared. She tells them that Rex got lazy or stupid or even desperate, and she says desperate men happen to be her specialty. She tells them that they could get him at her next gig she's playing at because they will have a very famous musician's actual guitar there. That is one prize he will go for. Stella goes to a house she saw in the photos of Trevor and she finds him there. She knocks and he answers the door, very surprised to see her, and asks what she is doing there. He asks how she found him and pulls out the picture and tells him that she looked up his aunt that Clint mentioned, Harriet Strand, on Slaughter Lane. Trevor sees a suspicious van getting closer to the house as they are outside talking, and he is getting very worried. The van pulls up and 3 men get out. One grabs Stella and the other 2 grab Trevor and throw him down to the ground. Stella gets to her car and starts the engine and drives toward the house. Trevor jumps in the car and Stella speeds away. They both get to a safe place and talk about what happened back there, what happened to them at the dance, and also the past between their dads. Walker and Mickey are with Minnie at a bar and club that she's playing at with a trap set, hoping to catch Rex. Walker is watching out for Minnie and he tells her that he and Emily caught her performing at a show back in 2008. Mickey comes over to them, clearly on edge, wondering if the plan will work. One of the ladies who runs the place sees Minnie and asks Minnie to play for them. Minnie agrees and gets up on stage to do just that. Though as Minnie starts to sing and play the guitar, she starts to black out. Walker and Ramirez run up on the stage to Minnie, and Walker tells Mickey that it looks like she has been drugged. Ramirez notices that the perp Rex has already been there and knew Minnie would be there as well. Mickey calls the other security officers who are there with them, and she gets no answer and she runs to where they are. Mickey goes back to where the security team is and finds them all on the ground and notices that Rex has the real guitar he was after. Minnie tells Walker to tell Ramirez that he's probably going to sneak out the back dressed as one of the security guards. Rex doesn't go out the back. He tries to go out the front door and Walker spots him and stops him at gunpoint, but he tries to run, but Mickey comes in from behind him and stops him at gunpoint as well and orders him to put down the guitar. Minnie sees that Walker and Ramirez finally got Rex, and she just kind of snickers and smiles as Ramirez takes him away. Ramirez smiles back at Minnie. At an event that Bonham and Liam have put together at the Texas Hill Country Cattlemen's Association, Liam is there to speak to the people about the future, but first he talks to Stan, the one who's being pushed for DA, and Liam tells him that he can't and won't endorse him. Liam gets up in front of the crowd and announces that he is running for district attorney as well. Later on that evening at the Sidestep bar, Mickey and Minnie clear the air. Minnie ends up helping Walker with the reopening of the Sidestep bar and plays a nice song. Trey comes clean to Mickey about his prognosis. Stella and Cordell share a dance together. Stella and Cordell finish dancing and Stella leaves the bar. Walker receives a text that Hoyt Rollins is getting out of prison. Stella and Trevor drive off together, and that is the end of Walker Season 1, Episode 10, Encore. So this was a fun episode to watch. It had some action in it, it had some drama in it, but it was just a simple episode with a simple plot of Walker and Mickey trying to apprehend a thief who steals musical instruments, and it was just a great episode. I loved the humor in this episode. That is one thing Jared Padalecki does well, especially in this show, is humor. But we also see the humorous side to actress Lindsay Morgan, who plays Texas Ranger Mickey Ramirez, plus the actress Crystal Monet Hall, who plays Minnie Jane, who they are working with to catch the thief, has a lot of humor as well. We get to see Liam step up into a new direction as the prospective district attorney for Travis County and Austin, Texas, if he wins the election. August is enjoying putting the new touches on the sidestep bar with help from Trey and some of the others as well. As far as Stella and Trevor go, it's kind of all over the place right now. I don't think they realize or know where they're at yet, since everything's kind of up in the air with them regarding their dad, so we'll just have to wait and see how all that plays out. So for Walker Season 1, Episode 10, Encore, I'm going to give this episode an A+. This was just a fun, feel-good, all-around great episode. I really enjoyed it. This is not my favorite episode, but it will be put in my list of one of my favorite episodes of this new Walker series. But the next episode should be really interesting. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say good night. God bless. I love all of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.